This is about to sound so anti-black of me, but I just went to a white hairstylist for the first time in my life. Let me just explain to you, start to finish, this process.
I'm a black woman and I'm getting my box braids done by a white stylist. And before anybody faints in the comments, let me explain.
A white man is about to do my hair for $80. In this economy? And yes, I'm scared. We're going to talk about that a little bit more later.
Come with me to get my hair done by a European stylist for the first time ever. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Cynthia here, and guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about something I saw recently. So guys, black women are going to white hairstylists and coming back online talking about how it was the best salon experience they've ever had. No attitude, no waiting for hours, no drama, no extra fee, just professionalism. So lately I saw a black lady's video on TikTok and a few others actually posting their experiences going to a white hairstylist. And what's shocking, it's not that the styles came out cute, it's the way they were treated. Because a huge disclaimer, this isn't about race. Okay, it's about customer service. It's about the salon culture we have normalized for so long. Now, they were all saying the same thing. So this is what they said. Oh, they treated me like a customer, not a problem. No attitude. She actually listened to what I wanted. I didn't feel rushed. Professionalism is doing the bare minimum. But in our community, from all the hairstylist drama videos we have seen, it feels like luxury. And these ladies even went as far as saying what they observed from this hairstylist. No detangling fee, no braiding fee, no non-silk press fee, no your hair is too thick fee. No, I need to trim. That will be $45 extra fee. No, you didn't come with your hair washed fee. It's just the price. And the price doesn't magically double when you sit down. Just a service. Just someone doing your hair as it should be. Now, this conversation isn't about skills. It's about the experience. When you are treated right, you tend to feel comfortable there. It's just a simple thing. Now, without wasting too much time, let's get right into this video.
This is about to sound so anti-black of me, but I just went to a white hairstylist for the first time in my life. Let me just explain to you, start to finish, this process, and then I think you'll understand what I mean, okay? So I needed to get my hair straightened, mostly because I needed a trim. And I asked one of my black coworkers, because her hair, she's like a straight natural. She always wears it straight. I was like, where do you go to get your hair done? She goes, I go to this white lady, but hear me out. She's amazing. Like, would highly recommend. She knows how to do hair. She knows how to do our hair. Like, trust me, just try her. I was like, I feel skeptical, but I go in. Sweet lady. She says, what are we doing today? I said, I need my hair washed and then blow dried, straightened, trimmed. That's what I need today. She's like, great, we got it. I was like, you got it? She was like, I got it. I was like, okay, sure. So she shampoos my hair. Great, fine. She gets done with my hair. She's like, okay, your hair's a little dry. I'm going to go ahead and do a deep conditioning treatment. I was like, great, sounds great. She's like, but we've got to sit under the hood dryer. I was like, great. So I sit under the hooded dryer. I get out. She washes my conditioner out, gets going. She's like, okay, let's start to blow this out. Pulls out her Denman brush. I said, honey, where'd you hear about that? She's like, yeah, this is what I was like, got it. Uses the Denman brush, blows out my hair. Gorgeous, by the way. In small sections, beautiful. Took her time. I didn't have to worry about my hair being yanked and pulled out and breaking off. She gets done. She's like, okay, let's go ahead and straighten. She pulls out her rat tail comb. I said, you're about to use that? She said, I'm about to use that. I said, I was wrong. I'm so, let me just get out of your business. Let me let you handle what you know how to handle. She did my whole hair, trimmed me. I said, this was beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous. Thank you for all you do. Oh, by the way, also curled my hair at the end. I say, hey, how much do I owe you? She says, $80. I said, is there one before the 80 or maybe a two before the 80? Because like, that's kind of what I'm used to. Because mind you, you deep conditioned my hair, you trimmed it. I have layers, by the way. It wasn't just a straight across. I have I have layers. She had to trim layers. And she also curled it. So I was like, are you sure that that's the right number? She's like, yeah. Handed it over willingly and then some. And I just, after that experience, I'm just like, what am I doing going to the other gals, you know, when I have this in my back pocket? I have fine hair, but I have very dense hair. I have a lot of hair. And even when I mentioned that on my own, I was like, yeah, just so you know, I got a lot of hair. She was like, yeah, you do have a lot of hair, but isn't that a blessing? I was like, what? She said, it's just, I was like, yeah, you know, but you know, curly hair is a lot of work. She was like, yeah, but it's so worth it. I was like, you're more pro-black than most of the stylists that I go to who see my head of hair and then say, hey, gotta charge you $100 more because you've got a lot going on and this is like kind of too much to deal with. More affirming than any stylist I've ever been to in my life. And now I'm sitting here like, I'm sure it's not every white stylist. I'm sure I found a golden ticket. But I'm sorry. To the stylists who have touched my hair before, you simply aren't going to see me anymore. And I feel so bad because I love supporting black business. I love it. It's in my blood. You know what I mean? But I just, knowing what I know now, I can't go back. You know what I mean?
Well, honestly, anywhere you're treated right, regardless, you'd always want to associate yourself with that kind of environment, you know? And shout out to her co-worker for not gatekeeping. If not, she wouldn't have had this amazing experience. And she did say something. It's not every hairstylist that is bad, and it's not every hairstylist that's good. But once you found that one person that treats you right, I believe you're going to stick with that person, you know?
Come with me to get my hair done by a European stylist for the first time ever. I was very nervous. I have 4C hair, but this is a Black and Irish owned salon, so I was really excited to see how things would turn out with my hair. I was having my hair dyed, cut, and also straightened, but I love how she knew how to detangle 4C hair. She was very confident with it, and I was nervous at times, but she really knew what she was doing. Shout out to Neve, my stylist. My hair has texture release on it, so that's why it's in this kind of like loose texture. But this is her blow drying my hair. She was very confident and had a lot of knowledge in terms of like working with 4C hair. So after we had it blow dried, the plan was to get it cut into a pixie. This is my first time ever getting a pixie cut, so I really was trusting her, but I knew that she had a lot of experience. She's worked in Dubai, she's worked in Ireland, and she's also worked in LA, so I knew she was very confident and knowledgeable. I also got my texture release done at Luna & Wild. They have a black stylist that specializes in texture releases and black hair. Then I got my hair wrapped. This could have been done before, but they wanted to cut my hair, so that's why the wrapping couldn't be done first. And I also got a lovely cup of tea while I was there, and then finishing touches were done to my hair, and this is the final look. Let me know what you think.
Well, I think her hair looks amazing. Maybe sometimes just go out of the box, do something different, and maybe, just maybe, you might love it.
I'm a black woman and I'm getting my box braids done by a white stylist. And before anybody faints in the comments, let me explain. For the past 10 years, she's been parting my hair in straight lines, gripping my hair without snatching my edges into the afterlife, tucking my ends when I wear extensions so I'm not out here looking like a broom, and doesn't have me crying when I lay down at night. So her and me, we're locked in. Now, first off, for me personally, it's not about the stylist's skin color. It's more about me assessing their character, not having a bod-mind person put their hands in my hair. Their skill, their experience, their knowledge of textured hair, and the respect that they show to the culture and the history behind the style. This stylist took the time to learn about natural hair, protective styling, and how to actually braid without causing tension or damage. So to me, that means more than anything. So just know for me, I don't care if my stylist looks like Beyonce herself or Brenda from accounting, as long as she knows her business. And listen, she's not one of those that just woke up one day and said, I think I'm going to braid some black hair today. No, she knows what she's doing with all hair textures. There aren't many braiders these days that understand that braids aren't just a look. They're a protective style, they're history, they're a whole part of black culture, and that matters to me. And let's be real, some braiders, no matter the race, will have you sitting down for 6+ hours, charging you rent money, and then sending you home with braids so tight you can't even smile. Meanwhile, my girl gets the job done quick, pain-free, and I could still feel my eyebrows when we do styles with extensions. So, 10 years with her, We're locked in. That's always a win for me. And listen, before somebody comes here talking about, oh, but cultural appropriation, listen, there's a difference between cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation. Cultural appropriation is when someone takes from Black culture, profits off it, and wears it like a costume without acknowledging where it comes from and respecting its meaning. And girl, that's not happening over here, and not in this head of hair. You could miss me with that. And in this day and age, there's a lot of people that are just hopping on trends just to make $1. So regardless of the race, you have to watch who you're letting in your hair and make sure you do your research and feel comfortable with what you're doing. And if you have differing opinions than what I'm saying, I'm glad to tell you that you don't have to do what I'm doing. I'm good over here.
You know, watching this video all through, I was amazed. Anyway, she said the stylist has been doing her hair for 10 good years. So, yes, there's that. But honestly, like, I was amazed. It's like she learned how to do Black people's hair. It's like she studied it because she handled her hair so well, especially when she was like curling the tips of the hair. I was really amazed. I'm not gonna lie. I was impressed seeing this level of experience, professionalism, and care to one's hair. It's amazing to look at.
A white man is about to do my hair for $80. In this economy? And yes, I'm scared. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more later. But I know you see this rat's nest on top of my head, so there's no turning back. The closer we got, the more I was unsure of why I even signed up for this. Because you're about to see why this is the most unusual experience. He's white! Baby, I have never had someone who's white do my hair. Let alone a silk press. But the first thing he did literally took me by surprise. Why did he detangle my hair prior to washing? I said, wait a minute, you may know a little bit something about textured hair. Most stylists take you straight to the shampoo bowl. Besides him detangling my hair in sections, this next step took me by surprise. A steam treatment? And I mentioned how I'm always cold. Why did he bring me a blanket? At this point, I just knew the $80 was a lie. But this is a big step for me because I usually only fly back to New Orleans to get my silk presses done. And I've been going to the same lady for the past 10 years. Then I saw he was playing just right in the hair salon. I said, wait a minute, he's a little cultured. Besides there being no nagging, no tugging in this entire process, look at how shiny my doggone hair was. But we were not finished. I told him I wanted a middle part straight bust down with clip-ins. Girl, why he started teasing the roots? I said, wait a minute, you do know a thing or two. And I'm not gonna lie, I was very nervous at how these clip-ins would blend, but are you ready to see the final result? Baby, for $80? This is literally an insane experience and one that I just had to trust my gut on. But am I so happy I decided to take this risk? Because these results are an insane reward. And I decided to use Yaki straight clip-ins for the best blend, and I'm shocked at how it turned out. And in case you thought I was kidding about the price, yes, my love, $80. This goes to show you, don't judge a book by its cover.
I'm amazed. Like, oh my god, I'm amazed. I'm happy they're dropping the locations of where these salons are for people that want to, check them out. Because what? That guy is not a hairstylist. He's a beautician. Point blank, period. See the way he handled her. Like I was in amazement. I'm not even going to lie. He did wash her hair. Oh, wait, he did detangle her hair, wash her hair, steamed her hair, blow dried her hair, silk pressed her hair, added clippings to her hair for $80. You don't see that every day.
Having my white friend braid my hair.
That turned out really, really cute.
No cap. I was literally scared and skeptical to let this all-white salon fuck with my black hair. Baby, when I tell you I was shook and gagged, I was shook and gagged. He hooked my hair up. And I'm like, oh my God.
Just from the other video, the person said, don't judge a book by its cover. And I feel like leaving this video, we need to go home with that. Like, try new things. If you think this person would not do well on your hair, give it a try and see how it turns out. If you like it, good. If you don't like it, still good. You learned your lesson. But I mean, it was still worth it to try, right? Because I'm liking that these ladies are coming out happy, even though it's not everybody that can handle black people's hair. But The fact that these ladies have seen those that can and are happy with the results is just everything.
Peckham Aunties this, Peckham Aunties that. For those of us that live in Essex, no one's got time to be travelling all the way to Peckham just for a hair wash. So after 8 years of living in Essex, come with me to infiltrate one of the white hair salons to get a hair wash and blow dry. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this was super nerve-wracking because my hair was dirty and covered and got to be. But when I called to book in this appointment, I specifically asked if they could work with Afro hair, and they told me yes. So this is how the Afro hair is coming. The first difference that I noticed between a white hair salon and a black hair salon is that they didn't take a deposit from me. I was able to book the service and come in, and no one had taken any money from me. I know that's more likely in an auntie salon, but I thought that was just for walk-ins, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Secondly, them wash hairs were in pristine condition. I can't deal with when you have to go to our auntie salon and you have to sit on them crackly wash hairs. Like, ew. Overall, I was just having a lovely experience. The customer service in here was perfect. When I say they were offering me water, they were constantly complimenting me and my hair in its natural state. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit nervous if the lady could handle the throw after you wash the hair, because my hair is low porosity. So babe, we are on a time crunch. There's only so much time that you can handle this hair. But when I tell you, she had the most amazing brush. This hairbrush has no tension in it. When I say she would be brushing my hair from root to tip, and I'd be looking at her crazy because I'm thinking, sis, you are about to drag out my hair. But this babe knew what she was doing. So for £25, I'd definitely be back.
Wow. Oh, wait. She washed and blow dried her hair for 25. I know why this lady will be back. With all this, see how professionalism is just looking like luxury where I'm sitting from. But honestly, that's how it should be moving forward. So by the time you see something like this, you're happier than you should, because you don't get to see it every day. And for the price, oh, okay.
I say, hey, how much do I owe ya? She says, $80.
This is about to be so controversial, but that lady was just talking about her experience with a white hairstylist, basically saying how this white hairstylist did a phenomenal job, washed her hair, deep conditioned her hair, put her under the hooded dryer, took out a rat tail comb, Denman brush, took her time, did an amazing job to only say it was $80, right? And she was basically saying how we need to stop sleeping on them because, you know, when you go and support these black stylists, they don't want to wash your hair. They want to charge you $300 for something so basic. And all I gotta say is I told y'all. Okay, I've been told y'all. I went to a freaking a hairstylist. She cut my hair for me and she was white, okay? And this was when I was in school for it, and she did the best job of a cut that I've ever experienced in my life. I don't know what it is with the black girls, but some of them don't even be licensed and they be charge you up the fucking ass. It's like it's because black hairstyling, when everybody was like, oh, support black business, those black business owners really took that and started just charging you, like saying like, oh, you'll pay a white girl for this, da 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 da. Like the white girls aren't even charging that much, because when you go to hair school, they tell you how much you're supposed to fucking charge. And $80 for a blowout, hello, okay? When you go to a regular salon, it don't be as much as if you go to someone who is working out their house, because they're trying to charge you your entire fucking rent for doing the one hairstyle. Like, what is going on? But anyway, I digress.
I mean, guys, I've seen videos where basic styles like these are going from 150 and above. And then when you're trying to do like sewings, braiding, you hear prices like 300, 600, $900. And I'm like, what's happening? Why? Why is hair costing this much? I don't know when the hair started costing so much, but I do know that there was a time, and there's still a time, because from the videos we're seeing, people are still reasonable with their prices. There was a time where prices were really affordable. It wasn't a hassle for anybody to get their hair done, because the price would encourage you to get your hair done.
Go where you feel appreciated and taken care of is what I think when you're looking for a hairstylist. I just watched a woman just talk about, going to a white stylist. And I guess she was worried at first about like what this post might mean. But I thought it was a great post, first of all. And thanks for sharing. She talked about how she's a black girl. She talked about how this white hairstylist pulled out a Denman brush. Go look up Denman brush if you guys need to, but it's pretty much a blow drying brush that, we use to blow dry hair. I mean, you can use it for weaves too. But she talks about her experience and how, like, flabbergasted she was when she turned around and said, how much do I owe you? And the girl only charged her $80, right? We don't know where the girl works at, how much she's paying for salon. We don't know if she went to her home. She didn't share those particular details. but I think a lot of that should be taken into consideration. And I remember when I was in hair school, I remember Miss Sandy, because I went to LIBS back in the days, now Empire Beauty. She was talking about doing all hair types. Don't turn anybody away. Do everybody. When I was in hair school and they came to that salon floor, we had to do everybody. Now, I didn't like doing hair color. That's one thing I didn't like. But I had to take everybody because you have to get experience with everybody. Now, what I will say, because the video is getting long and I'm talking fast, is because I do find like a lot of Caucasian stylists will not take black hair. But black stylists will take essentially everybody. It's up to your preference, but that's how it goes. Majority of brown girls will take everybody, but a lot of white hairstyles won't take everybody's hair. They won't touch black hair because they don't know what to do, how to manage the texture, etc., etc. So the fact that she found somebody that can do her hair and worked out nicely and was pleasant, was treated nicely, cut, trim, deep conditioned her hair, speaks to her professionalism, her style ethics, her knowledge of doing hair, and the fact that she's just a hairstylist doing hair. That's it. She does hair. She's not picky about who she does. And maybe she had a few brown girls come into the chair and she was just like, oh yeah, I got you guys. I could handle the, texture, but she does hair. That's what it's all about, doing hair and managing. Now the price is a completely different thing. I guess we can get into the whole topic of, charging for every single thing, like length, thickness, fullness, whether or not you come in the salon, you're getting shampooed and washed. The hair industry done changed completely. But that's a whole different topic.
I was trying to understand her. I think I did, to a few points she made. She said the hairstylist was just doing hair. Honestly, that's how it should be. Like, just do the hair, regardless of who the hair is on. I can understand that some white people don't know how to do black people's hair, so therefore they don't take black clients. That can be a reason. But when you find that one person that does everybody's hair, won't you want to stay locked in? I mean, and again, for a reasonable price. As long as the person is doing a good job, the person is kind to me, the person is providing an amazing service, the person is affordable, most importantly, the person is professional. I don't see any reason why not to go back. But yes, guys, this whole thing has brought up a whole different topic. Just like I said earlier, if you're scared of trying new things, just try it. Just give yourself that chance of trying and see if you'd like it or not. So yes, guys, let me know what y'all think about this. Would you be trying a different hairstylist if you're used to one already? Because this goes both ways, guys. It's not just for the black women going to the whites. You can be a white woman and also go to a black hairstylist and see how it turns out. You never can tell. But yes, would you be trying a different hairstylist? Would you be going out of the box just to see how everything will turn out? And yeah, like I said earlier, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Personally, I think this is amazing. This is good. This is something to talk about. And yes, if you're not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.